Meltzer would say, against all odds, to me, it was a thumbs up show because of the last two matches. Granted, the show ended frustratingly as Angle and Cage were having the best match main event that the company's had in some time. Then it was ruined by two predictable run ins that, because they're done every time out, are no longer heat, but just lead people to not care. It's the craziest thing. All these fans want an alternative. They want to care. They like the wrestlers, and the promotion just beats it out of them. What do you think of that criticism?
I mean, I get it. I go back to, because again, sometimes I feel like we turn this into the Meltzer. We're the analysts. We're the analysts and the critics of Dave's writing. But
We are. We are.
Yeah.
I mean, the format of the show to me is here's what Dave said happened, and now you tell us what quote unquote really happened.
Yeah.
And so when he says the promotion beat it out of him, did you feel like at times that the booking, while maybe people were watching, for them not to be willing to watch with their wallet involved, that you had lost some of that consumer confidence?
Consumer confident is what I'm trying to land on. Look, even today and even then, I had the understanding, and we've gone into great detail on this, that, in 86, when I broke in, Dave's main purpose in his business life was to sell paper.
Well, I'm not arguing that. I mean, listen, me and you agree on that.
Yeah. No, what I'm saying is, and so here we are later. He had a reason why he wanted to say the promotion beat it out of him.
Well, because you are. I mean, listen, I gave up on TNA, and here's why. I knew, well, all right, it's Kurt Angle and Christian. They're going to have a great match, but it's not going to be whatever they're going to do. It's not going to be a clean finish. Like when I know there's going to be, when I can't get excited enough to vote with my wallet to say I got to see this. There's going to be a winner. So and so is going to get his ass kicked. I can't wait to see so and so win the belt. If I also know, well, they're not going to do it yet. They're going to have a bunch of run-ins and interference and ref bumps, and I want to pie. I know this sounds silly. I'll watch wrestling just to watch it, but if you want me to pay, it needs to feel special. I need to feel like there's a moment, and if I give you my money over and over and over, and I don't ever feel like there was a moment, eventually I'm going to stop giving you my money.
Mm-hmm. And I call it from the evolution of the industry. I mean, at Memphis, we asked people to buy a ticket 52 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
For years and years and years. And oh, you're hot shotting it. Oh, you're doing too many run-ins. Oh, you're doing this. Oh, you're doing that. Well, it's been pretty successful for 20 years. I love your criticism, but it's still making money. And that's probably my mindset there, that, these pay-per-views are not coming up, but how am I going to argue with the ratings continue to go up? And
well, here's what I'm saying. Do the non-finish on TV, but give me a real clean finish on pay-per-view.
Yeah. And I hear you, but also know that with playing
the pay-per-views don't exist in a vacuum. You got to build to the TV in order to keep that TV beast fed.
And also, we didn't have the luxury of having 100 talent. I think there's a big difference when you had, at this stage, I think Dean's formula was 30 talent, and we probably had 40 to 45 on the roster. So protecting talent where you didn't beat them week in and week out was a concern, a real creative concern, that you just didn't beat talent over and over and over and over. Then they're left with nothing, and we've got them signed for 3 years. Again, that's kind of the nature of, we'll call it, running a small business. How do you protect talent when you have a limited amount? It's good debate. It's good discussion. And consumer confidence is what I was going back on, Conrad, when you say that. And you've said it before. That's a real, man, I wish I'd have had conversations with you way back. And I mean this in that, okay, I hear you, Jeff, and this and that. But let's just throw this out there, Jeff. Have you lost consumer confidence? And I'd ask myself, no. I just kind of that pause in processing the landscape. okay, we've lost some consumer confidence. How are we going to get it back? What do we need to do? All right, we probably need to just stay the course and no run-ins, no screw finishes, no nothing on half the card. And I'm just picking a number out. But basically, what you're saying, I'd like to have had that conversation with you 15 years ago. Jeff, you've lost some consumer confidence. We need to build it back. Because in 2011, that's exactly what we did.
Yeah.
Destroyed our consumer confidence. Here, you're making a valid point about the, I'll call it excessive run-ins and stuff like that. Okay. Fair point. How do we rectify that? How do we change that? How do we head down a different direction? At least have the discussion.